Welcome to Do the Dang Thing podcast with Chrissi Sperduto, the podcast that's like having a personal business coach in your pocket, giving you bite-sized tips and small mindset shifts every week. I'm your host, Chrissi Sperduto. I'm a network marketer turned productivity and mindset coach who grew her businesses while holding down a successful career in aviation. I'm on a mission to help you fit your business into everyday life. I believe you are capable of achieving success no matter how chaotic your life is. Consider me your no-nonsense guide to getting it all done. Join me here on the podcast each week where we'll chat everything from systems to help you fit your business into real life, to business and marketing tips, plus time management hacks, mindset shifts that can help you find the courage to take the next step in your business, and real life stories to inspire and empower you to go after your goals. Let's go, CEO. We have work to do. Grab your favorite cup of coffee or wine, no judgment, and let's get ready to ditch those inner mean girl thoughts ringing in the back of your head so you can embrace your inner badass and go do the dang thing. Welcome back. Today, I want to share what I think is a totally underused superpower, one of my best tools inside of my toolbox that I don't think enough coaches are talking about. It is the power of walking. And if you're like, wait, Chrissi, aren't you a business coach? Aren't you like all about the productivity, the mindset, not like a health coach, right? Yep, you bet your booty. I am a business productivity mindset coach, but I cannot keep this secret tool, this magic tool that I have in my toolbox, a secret from you, my friend. All of my most successful courses, workshops, and freebies were born while I was on a walk. And I've started teaching this principle to my new business roadmap students. And it's one of the first things that we talk about is the power of taking care of yourself first, the power of taking a walk. And the clients that have started walking daily are much happier, they're more productive, and they are way more creative. And in business, creativity is so stinking important. It really is our problem-solving muscle. And I can tell when one of my clients is going out and walking routinely, maybe every day, every other day. And when they will go and do that and then fall out of the habit, I see a noticeable shift in the way that she's showing up when she falls out of that habit. I can tell from their content, from their attitude, how they carry themselves, the way that they approach their business. It is just different. It is a little bit more like it's a little bit sadder, it's a little bit less engaged. They feel a lot more sense of overwhelm, confusion. They allow themselves to sit in the confusion a lot longer versus when they actually go out and routinely take a walk, they feel like they can take on the world. And you might be thinking, but Chrissi, I don't have time to walk. I'm busy, I have kids, I have a job, I'm trying to start this business. When in the holy heck am I going to find time to go out and go for a walk? And I understand this because that was the story that I had for a long time. And I can catch myself sometimes falling into that mindset, and honestly, more often than I'd like to admit. But I have to tell you that the time that I spend walking, so whether that's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, saves me that amount of time or more in increased productivity. My brain is clearer. I stay on task better. I am faster and sharper at what I do. And I get the best freaking ideas when I am out on a walk. Plus, I am nicer. I am more friendly. I am more likely to be social on social media, which in turn attracts more people to me. And when I feel better, I do better. I serve better. I have better customer fulfillment. I have better customer retainment. I can tell on the weeks that I fall out of my walking routine that I am not as good of a business owner. Less productive. I have brain fog. My ideas don't come out. I have an idea in my head, but it doesn't actually transition out into the world smoothly. But the most important thing I think about walking is that I sleep better. Especially, don't sleep on this. If I walk in the morning and I allow the sunlight to hit my eyes first thing in the morning, it helps reset my internal clock so I can sleep better at night. And when I sleep better at night, I am more awake the next day. I have better ideas. My brain is sharper. And actually, getting out and getting sunlight into my eyes is a better stimulant for me than coffee is. I love my coffee. I have at least 2 cups of coffee a day. If I could have 6 cups of coffee, I totally would. I don't think my heart can take all of that. But if I pair together a cup of coffee and sunlight in the first thing in the morning, I feel better than if I had 2 or 3 or 4 cups of coffee. I don't know what it is about the light. I'm sure there's some sciencey things behind it. I actually listened to a podcast about that, and that's when I got in the habit of doing it, and it is a game changer. Getting up, getting sunlight in your eyes, taking that walk is going to set your day up for so much more success, to be so much more productive, to feel better, to reach out into the world better. And I promise you, whatever time you spend walking, you will get it back in that increased productivity. So let's go over just a couple best practices for you in this walking journey. And I call it a journey because there are going to be days where you do really well at it and you go out for an hour walk and you feel like $1,000,000. And then there are going to be other days where you have to drag yourself to get out there and actually do the dang thing. So my best practices: don't give yourself time to negotiate on it. Just get up in the morning, go out and do it. Do not allow yourself time to negotiate on it, because what could have been your 10-minute walk that you're in and out super fast all of a sudden becomes an hour when you sit on the couch for 20 minutes debating on whether you're going to do it, and then you got to go find the right clothes, and then nope, just get up, put your walking shoes on, go out and walk. You don't need fancy equipment, you don't need fancy clothes, you don't have to be the cutest girl walking down the street. Put your walking shoes on and go out and give yourself 10 minutes. The next thing that was really helpful to me, and one of the best practices that I want to give you, is to take on the identity of someone that walks every day. Just say to yourself, oh, hi, I'm Chrissy, and I'm someone that every single day I go for a walk. I am someone that walks every single day. Taking on that mindset and putting on that hat of I'm a walker now was what set me apart and allowed me to develop and cultivate that habit and stick with it, even on the days when it was raining, even on the days when it was 112 degrees here in Texas, even on the days where I just didn't want to. Another best practice for you, kind of some food for thought: a short walk still counts as a walk. Don't discount your 10-minute or your 5-minute walks. If that is all that you have time to do is a 5-minute walk, go and do that freaking 5-minute walk, and stop beating yourself up because it's not 30 minutes. Do not discount your 5, your 10, your 15-minute walks. Sometimes my goal actually is 20 minutes. I know I can fit 20 minutes. If I start telling myself, oh, I need a 45-minute walk, it's probably not going to happen, because I cannot find on my schedule where I have a 45-minute block. But you know what I can find? 20 minutes. I can find 20 minutes every day. And you know what? If I only get to 15, that's still better than none. Another idea for you to kind of make this work is make it a community or a family activity. So this can look like asking your neighbor, hey, do you want to walk every night after dinner? How's 6:30? How's 7 o'clock? Every night we could just kind of get in the habit, Monday through Thursday, of going out and walking together, because I know if you're depending on me, I'm going to actually do it. Or it can be with your family. So maybe every day after dinner, you go for a walk. For a while, me and my husband would get up every morning before it would get hot, and we'd go out for our morning walk with the dog. And the dog got used to having that, and she became our accountability partner. Some things that you can do while you're on the walk. So I'm all about how can I fit more into my day in less time. And so grab your headphones. You can listen to podcasts, you can listen to courses. And I think that they hit different when your blood is pumping. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about that, but I feel like I get so much more out of a podcast when I'm walking, when I'm doing something, but something that's not demanding all of my attention. So walking or driving my car, I can focus on what is going on the podcast or the course, and I don't have to focus too hard. If I'm doing things that are a little bit more active, like washing dishes or making dinner, I find that I miss things. But when I'm walking, I can go through the podcast. A little pro tip: I listen to podcasts at least 1.5 speed, and courses, webinars, courses, workshops, anything like that. I'll watch the replay just so I can watch it on 1.5 or 2x speed and get through it faster. I know not everyone can listen that fast, but that's what I do. Um, I will also sometimes take a walk and intentionally not bring my headphones. This is my self reflection time. This is reflection time. This is time to gather ideas and really put on the critical thinking when there's no other distractions around, right? Like I'm just holding on to the dog. How can I think about my business in a different way? How can I solve for a problem that I know that is going on in my business? My best podcast ideas come when I am on a walk, not when I'm sitting down to type things out. No, when the pressure is off, when I'm out on a walk, I'm enjoying nature. I'm getting sunlight in my eyes. The birds are chirping. We have a lot of Canadian geese here for whatever reason. The Canadian geese are geesing at me. What is the noise for Canadian geese? Because I know it's not geesing at me, but they make a very distinctive noise. And they are, my brain is just open. It is open to receiving things. It is open to being creative. It is open to doing new things. So, and then, you know what? If you live in an area where you cannot walk outside, I prefer to walk outside. I think that the sunlight, the fresh air, the connection to nature is so important. But if you cannot get outside, consider grabbing yourself a walking pad. If that is the only way that you're going to get some steps in and get your blood pumping, go get a walking pad. They are so cheap now. They're like $200 or less. And you can set it up in your basement and walk downstairs to get away from your family, or you can set it up under your desk and while you're on a Zoom call or a webinar, get some steps in. Slow steps count, short amount of steps count, all the steps count. We are not discriminating against steps here. This week's episode is a little bit short, but I promise you that this tip here is gold, okay? Try it out for a week and let me know how productive you are. Let me know all the amazing business ideas that come to you. Send me a DM, please. Reach out to me on social media and tell me what business ideas came to you. Please do not sleep on this tip. Last week, and the weeks all get jumbled from when I record versus when they actually get published. But someone reached out to me and said, Chrissi, your podcast episode encouraged me to start my own podcast. I was out on a walk. And I'd like to think that it was my podcast, but I think it was just that she was out on a walk. She was out walking. She listened to my podcast. She heard me speak life into her. And then she decided, hey, I'm going to go and I'm going to do the dang thing. So this is your invitation for you to go do the dang thing as well and go out, practice walking, practice getting some fresh air, practice getting that sunlight in your eyes, and let me know how it goes. So please share your selfies as you walk today or this week. Snap a selfie and post it to Instagram and tag me so I can shout you out. Please, please, please let me know if you see a difference in your productivity when you start incorporating this. Until next week, keep doing the dang thing. Proud of you. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Do the Dang Thing podcast with Chrissi Sperduto. If you know someone that could benefit from today's chat, please send this episode their way. Also, I love to see what you're doing while you listen. Share what you're up to while you listen to today's episode and tag me in your stories at Chrissi Sperduto for a shout out. Plus, while you're there, hit follow for even more tips, behind the scene views of what I do in my business, and plenty of encouragement for you along your business journey. If you'd like to explore more resources and learn how we can work together through one of my online programs or through one-on-one coaching, head to chrissisperduto.com. Please always remember that you are not alone on this adventure. I am always rooting for you. Until next time, keep doing the dang thing. Bye!